No, perfect. So hopefully the audio is good. What is happening, my friends? Good evening. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the stream. There has not been a stream for a few days. Uh, Again, shifting priorities, uh, sort of, because now with the pandemic over, again from a work standpoint, we are going back to workplaces a bit more. So tending to work from offices, because of which there is a bit of commute time, there is a bit of additional time which kind of goes into it. So again, just trying to manage it all out. Streams should be regular again, so don't worry about that. Hope you all have been doing fine. Really missed you all. Missed playing every day. But then again, everything going well. Everything's perfect. So happy to be back with the stream. So guess what? Where we are and what we might be up to today. So let's take a look. So here we are at Chemnitz. So of course you would have guessed that this is a German route. This is a DB BR 187, and right now we are at Chemnitz, and we are going to be hauling this auto train. Uh, as you can see here, this is quite a long one. So we're going to be hauling this auto train all the way down to Dresden. So it's going to be a very interesting drive or a ride today. So we need something special to kick off the Friday stream. Um, so let's go ahead with that. Let's jump onto the cockpit and let's get going and let's talk as we go. As always, very quiet inside the cab. Like all German vehicles, I would say. From here, Okay, that should do it. Hey, Tyler. Ah, glad you got the notification, my friend. How have you been? How was the week? We're good to go. We're good to get started, hopefully. No headlights yet. Wow, I mean, same here, Tyler. I mean, it was also a great week. I went to office pretty much every day, met colleagues, and it was good to be working from office again. And yeah, I mean, one of the days we were even out onto the beach. So there are quite a few nice beaches near Amsterdam, and and we had fantastic weather. Glad that you are able to do that, my friend. Seriously. Hi, Mr. Lahi. Not sure what you mean by that statement. Did you do coke? What was that, my friend? In case any of you have an idea about what I might be doing wrong, feel free to let me know. Ah, oh, Coke or Pepsi. There we go. I think. Hi, Kale. Hmm. I'm going to try and start the scenario over and see if that helps. Kale, are you referring to Train Simulator 2022 or Train Sim World? So I have never tried the PR 187 in this route in Dresden Chemnitz, so it's going to be a first for me as well. Let's see. Oh, perfect. And which DLCs do you have, Kale? Or any particular favorite DLC? I'm trying to enable the Zwickau Berlin route, which is basically the one option you have to go for if you want to go for the whole length of Dresden Chemnitz. And that was exactly where the train was not powering on the last time. Let's try this. I agree, my friend. Seriously, the DLCs are quite expensive. Time as well is always a challenge, Kale. Seriously. I mean, being a student or even later, time will always be a challenge, which is fine. We play when we can. We just play because it makes us feel good. It's very relaxing. So whenever we get the time. So no worries if you don't have any of the DLC scale, whichever you would like to see, just let me know. Again, if I have that, I'll for sure, play it on the stream so that, you can get an idea. Hi, Claudino. How are you? How are you, my friend? Welcome back. Wow, I mean, so you have been grinding a lot then. Did you get any DLCs, Florino, or just the base game? Again, right now I'm still in the process of figuring out why does the engine not power on. So bear with me, guys, while I kind of figure out a way to get this engine going. Something's clearly not right here.
Zugbeeinflussung.
As in, like, add-ons, DLCs are downloadable content, Claudino. So, like, did you get any add-on trains or just like the base game with its three routes in it?
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Hi, Connor. How are you? Kale, I have done this train before, but yeah, right now in this situation, I don't know why the engine is not turning on. So I suspect, of course, that I'm doing something wrong, but then I'm going to try the same train on another route and see if that works. What is the worst pack in the game? I don't think anything is worst per se. I mean, again, it's all subjective, Connor, because some routes I may like, some you may, and then what's not favorite of mine might very well be favorite for someone else. So hard to say that way. Have fun, Plumno. See you back. No problem. We'll be here. I'm going to give this one more try because I'm really curious as to what's wrong there. Connor, this is Dresden Chemnitz, and the loco I was using is the PR 187, which is also an add-on that I have bought, which also works fine, by the way. In this case, I don't know why. So the PR 187 basically lets you add freight to Schnellfahrstrecke colon, but also becomes available in other German routes, most of the other German routes. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. Let's see what happens this time. Here at least the engine sounds active. Lights are on. Yep, here we go. What routes would I like to see added to the game? So many corners, so many, but definitely uh, one that's top of my mind is it's about time that we see some Dutch routes, like some routes from the Netherlands, maybe even Belgium, into the game, because there are some fantastic trains and fantastic routes around Netherlands, Belgium, and I would love to see those. Also, maybe some more extensions for the TGV routes in LGV Mediterranean, uh, more extensions to that, or and even ice. I am a high speed rail fan, so these will always be at the top of my mind. But then I would definitely like to see some Dutch routes getting added to the game. Longer routes, hands down. I 100% agree with Tyler. This game needs longer routes. I think it's also a bug that I never managed to get the headlights turned on in this logo, which is okay. It's on, right? No. Irish roots should be great as well. I absolutely agree. It'll be great to have some Irish roots, but yes, and Dutch roots as well. Not sure if you're familiar with the Dutch railways, Connor. Uh, it's got some really fantastic trains, and especially the classic Koplopper trains. You can Google that if you're not familiar with it. And even all the modern train sets, the VIRM, etc. Most of which are there in Train Simulator 2022. It would be lovely to have those in Train Sim World too. Yeah. No brakes were off actually. Brakes are good, but we have to put a little brake on. Indeed. So, Connor, you mean the Koplopper double decker, in which, so the Koplopper, the entire train is not a double decker, but the cockpit at the ends of the train, yes, that's on the next level. But the VIRM trains, the worm trains, they are definitely, those are very sleek looking double deckers. Extremely nice. And somehow I feel they should figure out a way to stitch the sceneries together. I don't know how, but then something like absolutely how you said, like how Microsoft Flight Simulator does it, because it's time to get a Eurostar, my friend. And also, let's say do a Thales run or a TGV run from France to Germany. This game definitely needs long routes now. Okay, I have wheel slip. Which one is the 201 class? Okay, you mean the Eurostar? Yeah, it'll be really nice. And Eurostars look. I'll have to look that up because I don't know the Eurostars exactly by the numbers, but I'll definitely look that up because I don't know the new ones which come to Amsterdam now. I even got to see one up close at the Rotterdam station where there is a stoppage for Eurostar that looked awesome. So the ones I have seen, Connor, are the ones which come to Amsterdam. Folks in the stream, hello everyone, my friends, how are you all doing? I will check that for sure, Corner. Thanks for putting that there, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to check. So yes, so many good routes. Uh, so there is so much of potential in this game, and even I think that the way forward would be at some point to use Azure streaming and Bing Maps data or any other map data to generate those worlds. So at some point that should happen, I guess. Long haul and trains should be so kick-ass to do. How's Flight Simulator coming along, Tyler? So we are about 24 kilometers out of Dresden Allstadt. Being careful with the speed. I think so. Harlem White Plains just came out. Next week, Lausanne Sarcy is on its way out. I think then the Liverpool Spirit of Steam, whatever that's called, that should be out at some point. And I think also Horseshoe Curve. I am looking forward to Lausanne Sarcy, and I don't know what next should be coming up. I'm looking forward to some high speed routes again this year. Some route extensions for ICE, some additional routes for TGV. Same goes for the PR Class 395, which is the Javelin. Maybe a Shinkansen route from Japan. That would be so awesome. Of course, it's like Shinkansen. No, it's only a pipe dream right now, but yeah, I'm just saying that it'll be fantastic if they think about coming up with such a route. Boston Sprinter is very good, Connor. Indeed, it is. So if you want, after we complete the Dresden Allstat, I can even do an Amtrak ACS 64 from Boston Sprinter. I was just thinking about that. And since our stream today is Electric Friday, so electric themed, uh, we can certainly do the ACS 64 after that. Boston Sprinter also has the MPH 401 or whatever that's called, the diesel electric. That's also very good. And Amtrak ACS 64 is supposed to be the faster one, which is like Boston Providence. So very good route to have. So let's in fact do the Amtrak ACS 64 in the second half of the stream today, in the new uh, 50th anniversary livery of Amtrak. I think it is 50th or 25th. I don't know. Forgot. We can check. I'm very over speed. Slowing it down. At this speed, we will get launched into orbit very soon. So we also have a 2.4% downhill gradient, which is Sure thing. Sure thing, Connor. We will do the Amtrak AC64 of this. Other folks in the stream, good evening, my friends. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you all are doing fine. Yes, Connor, I do. Out of the three packs that come with the game, the most I have played is Schnellfahrstreik colon Ice. That's definitely one of my perpetual favorites. I've definitely played that a lot. I have also done London Underground. Yes, I probably not as much as Ice, but definitely London Underground. And also once the New Journeys expansion pack came out with the new livery for the tube stock for London Underground, done that a bit. Sandpatch Grade, not as much. Probably Sandpatch Grade is one of my least explored DLCs. But Ice, definitely yes. But for Ice, then I have like three route options, which is also unique about the Ice in Train Sim World 2. So I can play Ice on Schnellfahrstreik colon. I can play Ice on Munich, Augsburg, which I have, and I can play Ice on also Navigare Dresden, which I also have. So I then have three route options for my favorite high speed. One of my favorite high speeds. The favorite being, of course, LGB Mediterranean. So 14 kilometers out. You mean the driver's area? By driver's area, I think you are referring to the cab cockpit. Is that what you're referring to, or the drivable area, as in like the route length? Both, I think, yes, they are. In terms of the cab space or the cab layout, it definitely feels like at scale, and so do the route length, which I think is also the challenge why you do not have longer routes in Train Sim World 2 yet, because things are at scale and are at a great level of detail. So that's probably where the challenge of having a longer route is. So yeah, they are indeed at scale, Connor. Pretty much, yeah. They are at scale in this game. Like you can see that. I think the basic controls are definitely the same, and especially for the German routes, yes, they are, because I think there is a lot of licensing money which also goes into it. So the details are indeed in place. Of course, not every systems are 100% simulated, because again, some of it is not visible given the route length or the level of complexity of the game. But then, such options always remain for the future. And but then some of the systems, the basic ones or the critical ones, are always simulated quite well in Train Sim 2. And I think the cockpit, I mean, the controls are definitely the same, because I've watched YouTube videos. They are the same. Ice, I have even seen the videos for ice. They match most of the TV, the Doshpan electric engines. They match as well. So I think yes, they maintain a very high amount of fidelity in the DLCs and even the base train packs with real life. Now, if only they can figure out an open world engine of some sort with streaming map data. I'm guessing it's still a few years away from there, but alternately, sometimes, I think that maybe one of these days, what happens if Microsoft re-enters the train simulator space? Because Microsoft used to have a train simulator, right? So yeah, Microsoft, if because Microsoft has everything necessary to come and compete in train sims again. And it had its train sim, which it stopped. A lot of people still play that. And with the technology they have now for MSFS 2020, if they were to do it, I wouldn't be surprised. True, none for Asia. Maybe very interesting to have some Indian routes. Those will be your dream long haul routes, because India is a big country and a lot of long haul routes in India. Journeys that span across 36, 48 hours and even longer. True. But that title is also pretty much the same as being an airman, right? Again, sometimes I still think that maybe for me it's just good as a hobby. That way I still love it. But I think I also would have loved it if I were a loco pilot. But then, so we are now 7.6 clicks out of Allstat, Dresden Allstat. Very well think that there will be a TSW3. What I don't think will be there is a Train Simulator 2023. I don't see absolutely any reason why Dovetail will continue with Train Simulator 2022 or beyond. But Train Sim World 3 and even a 4, I would think yes, quite possible. They true because but yes, there are also already games, train games with multiplayer. You know that, right, Tyler? You have heard of Railroads Online? I think that's what it's called, Railroads Online. Have you heard of the game? So yes, it will be good to have that in Train Sim World 2 as well. But then multiplayer here is probably still not as much fun as in Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Where you can do formation flights as a friend. You know, if this were Flight Sim, maybe yes, someday soon when I get Flight Sim in place and set up, when we are flying, all of us can even do formation flights. That is going to be a little difficult to do in trains, where of course you cannot have a formation of trains, but then yeah, maybe a convoy of trains. I'm going to click down the speed a little bit. So if you wonder why that 766.2 that just passed by, why is it white in color, half of it? That's the result of me experimenting in livery designer, and I don't know what happened. All 766 in this route are now half white and half red. So we are now posting into Dresden Allstat. 1.6 clicks out. Yes, Tyler, there are multiplayer train games. Yay, my friend. See, I got you some good information. I think it's called Railroads Online. Do check it out. It's for PC though. But yes, there is. And it's quite popular too, apparently. Okay, I need to stop. Oh my goodness. Yes, Tyler, it's called Railroads Online. It's Railroads Online, indeed. I can check. Let me also Google it. Can you Google railroads, railroads online, and I think that's the game you're looking for. No problem, Tyler. Hope you like it. I think it's a good game. I haven't played it. I haven't looked into it much, but from what I recall, people do love it. Okay, perfect. It is with an immense pride then that I can announce that I have successfully completed this scenario. We did a run from Freiburg to Dresden Friedrichstadt, and we drove a VR 187. All worked out fine. No service failures, no derailments, quote unquote, a happy ending. And yeah, the next one is then going to be an ACS 64 Amtrak Boston Sprinter. Perfect. Thanks, Connor. I'll see you back tomorrow then. Then probably any suggestions, guys? Tyler, do you want to see Boston Sprinter next, or any other German routes, or the Class 395 on Faversham, London, St. Pancras? Let me know which one you want to see. I will take a quick break, as usual, a 7 or 8 minute break. I need to go grab a little bit of tea, and I will be right back, so don't go away. In the meantime, please let me know in the chat which route should we look at next, or which route should we drive next, and I'll do that as soon as I'm back. So here's some good music for you while you wait. Hope you get yourself a Coke, Tyler, or a coffee or tea, and think and let me know which one should we be starting with next in the second half of the stream. Thanks, guys. Don't go away. I'll be right back. back. No, the live is not ending yet. Not yet, my friend. So we are now back for the second half of the stream where we will be now doing a bit of Boston Sprinter. So this is Operate Amtrak Northeast Regional number 170 from Providence to Boston South Station. Let's do this. Hey, Claudino, yes, my friend, I had to buy these trains. These are all add-ons. So the routes and the trains, you have to buy them separately. Some routes come with their own trains, like if you buy Boston Sprinter, you'll automatically get the ACS 64 Amtrak and also the F40 PH. Here we are. Let's get started. Good. So this is an Amtrak ACS 64, and we are doing the Amtrak intercity service number 170 from Providence to Boston South, loading passengers. As soon as done, then we get going. So this is the Boston Sprinter Amtrak 50th anniversary livery. Passengers are done loading. Doors locked. And we are good to go. Brakes released. Apply power. 40% and we are rolling. So yes, Claudino, again, I bought all the trains that you see except for, the three base routes which come with the game. Everything aside that, I bought, and yeah, some are routes that you buy, and then there are some in like standalone locos that you can also buy. And right now we are doing Boston Sprinter. We are on our way from Providence to Boston South. If there is any particular train that you're interested in, Claudino, welcome to let me know. And guys in the stream as well, any trains that you're interested in, do let me know. If I have that, I'll be more than glad to play it on the stream for you. If not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the day after, but for sure, my friends. Also, for folks who are new to my channel, who are new to the stream, I'd be so happy if you'd consider subscribing to the channel, guys. If you're interested in train simulations, if trains or simulations are your thing, or video games in general, then of course this is the channel for you amongst all the other channels that you subscribe. Surely you like my channel. Hope you see my previous videos. And if you do, please hit the like button and please do subscribe for more train sim related content. I try to stream every day. Sometimes it's a challenge, so sometimes there are certain days where I'm not able to stream. I will work something out for the future, guys, so don't worry. So the content will keep coming. And do let me know if you like the videos, what you think of the videos. If there's something that you'd like me to do differently, do let me know down in the chat or in the comments. It'll be really good to get some feedback. They are expensive, Claudino, so don't worry. You don't have to buy everything at the same time. And do remember that there are certain times of the year where there are very heavy promotions and you'll get a lot of discounts. So wait for the times when you get the discounts and then buy them. Don't buy them when you do not have the discounts or there is no promotions ongoing. It will be really expensive then. So take your time, my friend. Take your time in adding the trains to your game and you'll be fine. Hey Tyler, welcome back. I think there are some good promos also going on uh, right now. Claudino, for example, I think the LGB Mediterranean has a very huge discount going. But again, if you cannot buy it right now, don't buy it right now. There will be more discounts again in the future. I think there'll be summer sales and then later in the year, especially towards the end of the year, in the holiday seasons, there will be a lot of huge discounts. You can always buy your stuff then. Hi, Blue Vibes. How are you, my friend? I don't have Harlem Line yet. I haven't bought it, but maybe soon. Oh, I am planning to go for uh, Lucerne Cersei when that comes out, which is one of the reasons I held off on buying the Harlem Line. Blue Vibes. This is the Amtrak ACS 64 in the Amtrak 50th anniversary livery on Boston Sprinter en route from Providence to Boston South. Okay, now we are cleared 225. Thanks, Blue Vibes. Thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing. Hey, Kale, welcome back. So we are 23 miles out of Route 128, station track 2, heading towards a speed limit of 125. I'll ease the throttle down a little bit. Oh, that's a huge thing, Claudino. Thank you so much. I can, will it help if I speak a little slower, or if there is anything you don't understand, you let me know. I'll try and explain slower, or try and communicate slower if that helps. But such a huge gesture on your part to go ahead and get it translated from Google Translator. Thanks, man. But if I can help somehow, let me know. Speed limit is up now to about 145. We will now max out the speed a little bit and try and get closer to the speed limit of 145. That's nice, Tyler. That's nice. Have you tried doing a flight to Amsterdam yet? If not, you should. Maybe something like a Paris Amsterdam or a London Amsterdam. London Amsterdam flights will be like 40 minutes. And post a video of your flight, my man. Would be good to see. Again, a huge thanks to you, Blue Vibes, for your sub. Welcome to our family of train sim lovers and train lovers, I guess, and simulation lovers and video game lovers. We're going to cut down on the speed and switch back to idle. 11 miles out of Route 128. Current speed limit about 120. And ignore the blindness. Doesn't help. Hmm. Tyler, one, one reason why that might be happening is, yeah, either it's a memory leak. Uh, that's probably because of, processor capacity or memory. The other reason why it might be happening is due to processor overheating. So if you haven't vacuumed your system cabinet for a while, you may consider doing so, because I have seen that that happens in the past, that the vents get clogged, the processor heats up, and in the longer flights, then the game tends to crash. That's awesome, Tyler, because now it's spring. I don't know how is it going to show up in the game, but then you'll probably see some of the tulip fields if you're flying over the Netherlands. Not sure if that's going to again happen in the game, but if it does, it's going to look awesome. It's springtime in the Netherlands, and it's just flower country. It's flowers everywhere. It's so beautiful. So 6 miles out. Hmm. Good find, Tyler. So what is the longest you have done in FS 2020 in terms of long haul flights? And do you love long hauls? I'm so behind on FS 2020 right now. I mean, I'm so behind on flight simulators right now. But thanks for that, Tyler. 6.5 hours. Okay. I in when I was playing FS10, I always loved the Captain Sim Boeing's B-52 because that's the only credible, good-looking B-52 which was available there. When I get FS 2020, I hope they come out soon again with the B-52, Captain Sim B-52. Not sure if you played that, Tyler. Would really love to have that and make some insane long flights. Hi to everybody in the stream. How are you doing, guys? So glad you're all here. We are right now in Boston Sprinter, running from Providence down to Boston South, 1.8 miles out of Route 128. We are doing an ACS 64 Amtrak. And it's time that yours truly needs to start slowing the train down. Again, hope everyone's liking the stream, everybody is liking the video. And if you're new to the stream, please consider subscribing. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Speed's in control, hopefully. Yeah, but then it's fine. It's next for the next holiday, I guess. I definitely am not going to stop. I think. Okay, as expected, we are going to back down a little bit. Uh, so we are at Route 128, track 2, loading passengers, after which it will be onwards to Boston South. Hope everybody is doing fine. Hope everybody is having a great Friday, and I wish you all a great weekend ahead. Welcome, Claudino. Welcome, my friend. Okay, now we're going to forward the reverser. Brakes released. Throttle idle. Reverser forward. And we are on our way to Boston Back Bay Track 2. Off we go. Hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody in the stream. We have Claudinho. We have Tyler. I think we also have Gail. I think we have Blue Vibes. And anybody else there. Thanks, my friends. Thanks, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Maxed the throttles out, and we are headed towards a speed limit of about 125. Our destination is 9.6 miles out. Yay, Gail. For folks joining late, this is the second electric run for the day. The first one was the PR 187 DB on Dresden Chemnitz from Kreisberg to Dresden Onstadt. And then this is the second half of the stream today, where we are doing Amtrak ACS 64 en route from Providence to Boston South. On a beautiful sunny afternoon. Up above is the other route, the F40PH, that goes from Boston to Stoughton, or Stoughton, I don't know how that's pronounced. Use the throttle a little bit. as we're edging close to the limit, and we have a 0.3% downhill gradient, so the speed can quickly get out of hand. So it makes sense to kind of coast a little bit. 6 miles out of our destination, 115 miles per hour, 0.3% upward slope. We are right now headed towards East Limit Cove interlocking, hopefully, because it doesn't show me whether that's the right direction I'm headed. And I know there's a red signal up ahead. So I'm keeping the speed low, rolling slowly ahead, and trying to see how it works out. So we have just completed a run from Providence down here to Boston. And I have had this problem on this route before as well. This east limit scope interlocking part is never clear, basically. Yes, Tyler, it's an add. Oops. Indeed, it's an add-on. This is the Boston Sprinter, and yes, indeed. So with that, I think, my dear friends, I'll wrap it up for today. It's fairly late in Amsterdam. It's 2:30 a.m. in Amsterdam, and I'll probably call it a day for now. Very grateful that all of you were here in the chat, in the stream. Tyler, a huge thank you to you, my brother, as always. Kale, Connor, Blue Vibes. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining the stream, talking to me, and having these nice discussions and conversations about trains and routes and life in general. So, very grateful for that. Hope you all have a beautiful weekend ahead. I will be back tomorrow with the stream for sure. And if there is anything that you'd like to see, do let me know. And we should be doing that in our streams over the weekend. So look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And again, have a nice weekend. Thanks again, guys. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Blue Vibes. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a wonderful one. This is your boy Saurav signing off for the day, saying good night from Amsterdam. Have a nice weekend, guys. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. Good night.